on my planer, the table is not parallel with the cutter head here. I'm going to show you how to fix that or set that up. First, you need to figure out if it is even. So you snug your table up. You can see here that it's pretty tight on this side and it is loose on this side. I don't have the ability to quantify that, but because I do not have feeler gauges, you can see it's pretty even how it gets tighter and looser as it gets on its way across. The way you do this is you have to advance the sprocket one turn. In order to advance the sprocket one turn, you have to disconnect it from the chain, or sorry, the sprocket attached to one of these down here, these guys. So this one needs not one tooth, I mean. The sprocket needs to be advanced one tooth. These screws here are what set the height of the table. In order to get to them, to the sprockets underneath, we need to remove the planer itself, which means I need to set up a cart and a tray for it. On this one, you'll see the machine itself is attached to a base with the motor in it. And there are 4 hex key bolts attaching it. I also need to remove the tensioner pulley on the side. This will differ from planer to planer. This appears to be tensioned just by setting the motor from the other side. This is just hex keys on here. I don't know particular sizes. It's metric, and I don't have metric calipers. The screws for adjusting the belt tension are merely the ones that hold the motor in place on this particular unit. Like, some will have a separate tensioner, which is handy because I just have, apparently I push down on the oh, whee! Okay. There we go. The mallet. Okay, so those are all loose now. I can now wiggle this, and these will come off. There we go. So with those removed, I just need to remove these 4 bolts in here. There they are. You see that? This part I'm probably just going to cut out because it's not altogether obvious where they are. All right, those are out now. I'm going to rotate this cart. Yeah, table or whatever can be used here. Not bad. Because this is the right thickness to protect the plastic from cracking. This is an inch or 4 1/4 wide and 3 1/2 from the side to the nut. That should be a firm place to drop it. May want help here. There we go. Okay. Should say now, most of the weight's on the top. I should clamp this to make sure it stays here. Hopefully this tray table from my wife's cafe holds up. Okay, seems to be locked there. That's up on its side. I can work on it now. And you can see here are the sprockets that attach to the screws over here. And those have these little pins that go through the table. That keeps them from just turning independently. And they butt into a place on the table itself. So the cause of this, I'm not sure. This is only going to be so fine, my ability to adjust it. It's going to be so it's a 10 tooth sprocket. I'm only going to be able to adjust it 1/10 of a turn, which if we measure the teeth here, they are, looks like metric. $2 mil per revolution. So our resolution on here is 1/5 of a mil, or sorry, 0.2 mils, which in inches, something like, what would that be? 0.2 mil, probably like a couple hundreds, 400s maybe, or something like that. So 16th, just over a 16th per rev, like maybe 3/32. So 3/20. So 1/100th of a inch is our resolution on these. Like, if I need to adjust it into the thousandths, I'm gonna have to either shim with a small washer the bed, or just do it with the knives, which I think I'm going to do. Take this one up here, loosen it. There it goes. Okay, so be very careful to maintain its spot. Okay, we have to rotate this relative to the other one. You gotta make sure it's the right way to. I need to raise this side, so that means and 1/10 of a turn clockwise on this sprocket. Oops. Sorry, it'd be counterclockwise on the sprocket itself because the spring does the screw doesn't turn. Let's get this tensioned back up. We can see, measure with our block. See how it is. More tension I take out of this, the more accurate it should be. Oh, I bet if I shift this around too, it'll change. Maybe not. Slack in the chain will lead to slop, I think. I need to tighten this right up, I think. Alright. Alright, good enough. Okay. So, I mean, probably should use hardwood, but that's a great consistency. Alright, it's a little tight. Still looser on this end. Pretty much tighter over here. So, one more round of this. Set him aside. Disengage the chain off this one. And rotate the sprocket 1/10 of a rotation. Okay. To see how our block's doing. Okay, it's really tightened up on this side. Loose on this side. Oh no, not so bad. Not that. Like, get a dial gauge on here, and you're going to find, like, it's inaccurate, obviously. This is a piece of cedar. I'm going by friction, nearly, to see how tight we are. Now I can try a piece of oak. There's subtle variations.
Is this still a little looser on this end? You could go one more turn, maybe. Yeah, it is looser. Let's do one more turn. Alright. So it is slightly tighter on that side, it appears. Yeah. There you go, too. Yeah, I think the other one was better. So. Ding, ding, ding. I need to measure stuff. This I can just trial and error away. Alright. I really need to adjust those rollers. Okay, I might have overshot. I will try one more time. The frame just collapsed of this cart here. I need to do emergency surgery on it. Or emergency stick a block underneath it. Okay. We'll fix that later. I almost lost my plane. That would have been pretty bad. Okay. So I lost entirely my track. I'll just assume it didn't screw it up at all. So that's where we want to be. If we loosen one turn, then tighten one turn. That might have been one turn. This is frustrating. Need to fix the cart now. A weld came loose. It's falling apart in a couple spots. I need to beef it up with some wood. Huh. It's not bad, actually. An engineer's square. This is steel. It's squishy like aluminum. And it has a handle. A wide surface area. Then I can fix my cart. I'll have to get my... tighter on that end, it appears. Loose. A little tighter. Wish I could see how much exactly that was. There. It's extinguished there. So it's not tight. I am adjusting the planer here. I think that's all I can do though. Get that out. Let's see how softwood does again. Better than it was by a long shot.
Easier to get our bikes out.
It will be. And I'm going to make it even cleaner in here.
So you can put your car in?
No. But, guys, can you put that back in the fridge, please?
Wow, you decorated, you got a little tent up there.
Yeah, thanks for noticing,
It's
Alan.
a tent for so bugs don't get food. Right, Daddy? No.
I think so. I think that's what it is.
I'm Daddy.
Yeah.
Right now I'm just gonna bike with my training wheels. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right now we're just fun, right? This is just fun biking on the road. Okay, Daddy? There's more room to bike on the road, right?
Yeah. All right. Now those. Bolts from earlier.
Daddy, can you help me get my bike out?
In a minute, sweetie.
Or you could just pick it up. I rolled it up. And look at what I did.
Uh-huh.
Daddy?
Yeah. Right on. Huh? Right. Yep.
I don't need that. It goes down.
Careful, kids. Oh, you do. Alex. You're back. You're back. Just do. Yeah. Good. Yep. It's right. Pulling back, Allie. Next is this plate here, chip deflector. So a 1/4 inch off the blades, which I do not have. Yes?
I caught a little boy. We could actually catch them in a row. In a row. Not again.
Careful!
Dave.
Yeah, I'll do the blades some other time because it's an hour and 40 minutes in. My children are running wild. Put that back in. So that's on. The cart is empty of the things I took off except for those which I'll screw on right now. But that's how you parallel these two approximation. The bed with the cutting head.